Masters, and I'm unique. See, I'm an activist. I'm outspoken, speak my mind. I'm courageous, and courage, true courage, it doesn't just mean that you're fearless. I'm afraid of alligators. Courage means when you're faced with a dangerous situation or you're confronted with a challenge where you're afraid to pursue it. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. I think that the starving need to be fed, but you proceed anyways. That's courage. That's true courage. And the naked need to be clothed. When you're afraid to do something and you do it anyways because you know that it's the right thing to do. I think the cold need to be warm, and I'm a bleeding heart liberal. The thirsty need to be given water. In 2008 in Cincinnati, I got the school levy to pass, so that way the kids got more money for their teachers, their books, and their education. War should be an instrument of the past. We don't need to be using war anymore. America needs to start treating the rest of the countries as equals. I'm already against the next war. There are many reasons why I stand out from the crowd against abuse of all kinds, child, spousal, animal. In 2000, at the turn of the millennium, I was a valedictorian in my high school. I'm pretty good at math, logic, so that means I'm smart. And I think the sick needs to get well. There are many reasons why I stand out from the crowd. See, I'm a bleeding heart liberal. I also ran for state representative. Just last month, I was with the Ohioans for Humane Farms. This year, 2010, 10 years after the turn of the millennium, we gathered a ton of signatures, got better legislation passed to stop the abuse of farm animals. I question power and authority. Anybody who loves freedom questions power and authority. Anybody that's in distress, anybody being beat, they need a shelter to go to. Yeah, I care. I'm also against bullying and intimidation. I don't care for any type of intimidation. We got lots of poverty around here, but why do we tolerate it? We also got poor health care, poor education. Well, that's the exact reason why I ran for state representative, to better help those conditions. And we need more people who care. We need more people who will stand up and speak up. We shouldn't be tolerating poverty. We shouldn't tolerate war or child abuse. We shouldn't be tolerating corruption, scandals, stealing, murder. These are things we should not tolerate. And it makes me sick to my stomach that Kentucky tolerates so much poverty. We're supposed to be civilized. If you want to convince me to do something, then you got to do exactly that. You got to convince me. And don't intimidate me. Don't act like you're going to hurt me or hit me. Convince me. Then I'll do it. If you don't convince me, then no. Our education and our health care are real low too. We got the same infrastructure that everybody else has. Well, maybe we don't. Maybe we could have some better infrastructure. But I also think that we need some better leadership. I'm for equality and justice, which is the reason why I ran for state representative. Ran for state representative so I could better those conditions here in Kentucky. I'm for what's good and what's right. And I ran as a progressive Democrat. I'm for change. I'm on a tangent now. I'm against all abuse of all kinds, child, animal, spousal, and I'm pressuring my people from my homeland to question, to look at the domestic situation that we got here. We're so entangled in foreign affairs, we spend all of our treasure and all of our money and we're losing countless lives in foreign countries when we need that money here. We need that effort and that focus here in our hometown. Yeah, so I was able to get 1,255 voters to vote for me for state representative. 1,255, over 1,000 people. Not to mention these foreign interventions is just making America less safe. We're creating more terrorists, and that just opens up America for more attacks. I got 1,255 votes. I question the government. I question the media. 1,255 people voted for me to be state representative. 28 years old. I'm unemployed. 1,255 people wanted change. They wanted radical change. They wanted fundamental change. They wanted to see things get better. They wanted a person who actually spoke the truth, not a politician who just give you a bunch of bullshit and they stayed vague and elusive. I mean, I hardly take anything at face value. Always question everything. And for freedom-loving people, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. There's a substantial amount of people that's ready to see some truth and ready to see some change, some revolutionary change, radical, fundamental change. around here. They're ready for an unemployed revolutionary to take the helms of power than the 18-year-old established candidate that's been in there for quite some time. And it's about time too, because we need some change. That's saying something. And we need more people who care. It's a good start. We need more people who give a damn. I helped out with the AFL-CIO's outreach program, Working America. I went around knocking on doors, fighting for children's health care, getting people to sign down, donate some bucks. We need more people who stand up and speak up for their families, for their children, for our future. A closed mouth does not get fed. What also makes me unique is that I care. I give a damn. I went around knocking on doors fighting for children's health care. 8.3 million kids in this country don't have health care. They get them to write a letter to their congressman. I got over 5,000 people to become members of Working America, so it helps the union effort. I question power and authority. I question my government. I question the media. And hopefully gets the 8.3 million children that I talked about all the time some health insurance. So there are many reasons why I'm unique. There's many reasons why I stand out from the crowd. I went around knocking on doors and I got over 5,000 people to become members of Working America. Hey, I asked my city council to fire a corrupt local police officer.